is gonna be a quick true ending glitch tutorial, targeted at sub 5, but I'll probably throw in information for just how to do the glitches in general, since I think there's a decent amount of misinformation going on about it. Everything, or the weird thing about true ending glitched is that everything I said from my any percent tutorial applies still until you get the flute. That is where the route finally diverges. So for the first around 3 minutes, you're playing the same game. Then once we open the flute chest, and play the warp song too, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down, get the statue, then go through this bottom left, what is it, a squirrel? Then we're gonna make our way to the right, and then, yeah, here I just like doing one bubble jump, landing up here, tapping left to turn around, and pressing bubble and jump at the same time. So we're gonna be doing a wrong warp here, using the warp room song, which is right, right, left, left, down, down, up, up. And unlike for the any percent wrong warp, you don't need. Okay, you technically don't need to pause to succeed in this wrong warp, but you want to pause after you play the last note anyway, because it will warp us directly into the wheel cage, which is the purpose of this wrong warp. We want to get the wheel. I guess to note with this warp song too, when you're playing a warp song, the last direction you pressed or you played a note in, I think, is if you press the use key again to play a note, it will default to that direction. So I'm gonna pause the correct audible frame. In my true or in my any percent video, I said to hold down for wrong warps, but that has a chance of failure, and for this wrong warp especially, the chance of failure seems really high, so I don't necessarily recommend doing it here. But anyway, again, you want to get to the frame it's circular, then you're gonna hold use and unpause, pause. I'm not holding any direction here because, again, the last note I played is up, so if I'm just holding use, it will play up again. So unpause, pause. And if you do that correctly, you'll warp directly into the wheel cage, like so. Um, Here, let me show it if you don't pause. I don't think this pausing is precise. Like, with the pausing, if you're doing it, like, in kind of a similar rhythm to the any percent pause, or just, like, if you're getting 1 to 3 frame pauses, I think, you should be fine. Like, I don't know if I've ever failed this. But here, like, if I don't pause, just hold use and unpause. You can see that for some reason I warp above the cage. Nobody knows why this happens, but it just does happen. Uh, Someone on Discord just posted this one day. It was like, hey, I warped directly into the cage. And yeah, it was strange. But if you fail that, you can just play the wheel song, which I might just put in the description, I guess. Oh, I can play the wheel song. Okay, this is embarrassing, I'm sorry. I've not played that song in a bit, so forgive me. But yeah, then you can just access the cage, get your nice Wingdings text. After you have the wheel... Oh, and I should note that you're probably losing around 10 to 15 seconds, depending on how fast you play the wheel song. You don't warp directly into the cage, and I think these strats I'm like showing, if you combine my any percent tutorial with what I'm doing now, you're probably maxing out at like a 420 time. So you could technically uh get a sub 5 without warping directly into the cage, but you really should just practice directly warping into the cage. If you can do the any percent wrong warp, this is easier. Um, and yeah, I'd recommend learning any percent before this because the beginning's just any percent, but you do a little bit of extra stuff. So after you come here, you're gonna play the center song or pillar song, whatever we call it. Is just right, up, right, up, down, left, down. Which I just like kind of do in 2 motions. Like on keyboard it's really fast. After playing the song you can't jump out of it. If I can play the song. Why is this not working? And if you jump out of it, then if you press like change item right and bubble at the same time, you can get a bubble jump and just start jumping up. Saves a little bit of time over, you know, just having to fall and then start jumping up. But not a huge deal. And do a bubble jump here to save a little bit of time. Then when we're going left, might as well use the wheel a little bit. Though for a lot of these gaps, I wouldn't recommend using the wheel actually, otherwise you might overshoot. So now we're gonna wheel warp. So what we're gonna do is pick up the disc, and it's fine if you put the disc away, and I would recommend it. And I'm gonna show a slightly harder strat here that also saves 10 seconds, which or I think it's around 10 seconds. Like you want all the time save you can get. So we're gonna play the center song again. Then immediately jump, pull up the item menu, switch to the bubble, and then just down bubble. You can do what I was showing before, where instead of opening the item menu, you can just jump out of it and switch item right and blow the bubble. But that is harder, and the goal of this right now is to not touch the ground. Because the last ground we touched is still at the dog statue, which means that we're gonna go up here and wait for 2 seconds, item right to pull out the wheel, and as you can hear right now, the Manticore music is playing, because if you wait 2 seconds on that screen-ish, you'll warp like into the Manticore rooms, and immediately void out. You don't need a pause or anything. Just wheel warp there, and you'll automatically void out. And voiding out will put you right in front of the dog statue, because we want to wheel warp again now that the Manticore is spawned. And you can again put the disc away. Do 5 bubble jumps up, or however many you need to get up here. Now on this screen, I'm waiting till the platform is here. And you can see that this moving platform is aligned with background textures. Maybe you can't see it because it's kind of dark. Or alternatively, like the vines with the flower on the left. And when it's here, there's kind of 2 ways to do this. And I'm not gonna lie, doing wheel warp sucks. What? If you don't want to void out. So, first way, just open the item menu. Then you're gonna unpause and pause again really quickly. And I actually got it that time. And I believe this is frame perfect, but if you see your eyes are still open, that means you warped successfully. And then, if you warp successfully, you're gonna stand in this corner until the Manticore comes, which takes like 15 seconds. Don't know why you have to stand in this corner, but you have to stand in the corner. Then you can kind of just beat the game. Alternatively, I should have set up file. I'm gonna set up another file real quick. Using forbidden programs. Okay. Alternatively, it's gonna ring back. Okay, I guess while I'm here, I can also show the slower but theoretically easier way to spawn the manticore if you're not comfortable in your bubble jumps. So you're just gonna make your way to the right instead of playing the song. Enter the screen. I think you're gonna wait 8.5 seconds. Just look at the timer. Okay, it's not 8.5. I may or may not remember the timing. Maybe it was like 7.5 then. Okay, I'm entering the screen at 32, so let's try 39.5. And if this doesn't work, I'll just put it in the description. Okay, yeah. It's like 7.5. You can hear the Manticore music, but then obviously you have to run back, and you waited 7.5 seconds on the screen instead of just 2, so it's significantly slower. And then you're just gonna make your way back here. Second method, faster but more annoying. You're gonna switch item right and then pause either with the pause screen or the inventory. I don't think it's on the same frame. I think it's like a frame apart or maybe 2 frames apart. Like that. And then again, just stand in the corner for like 10-15 seconds. The manticore will come. Then just mash keys on your flute, open his mouth, and you can double jump in. And congrats, you have completed True Ending in significantly under 30 minutes. If you just want to get the clock ending with these glitches, you can always save on that screen we worked from to the True Ending room. You're gonna have to respawn the Manticore each time. But yeah, once you hear the music, you can just keep trying that wheel warp, and if the Manticore kills you, or you're taking like more than... Actually, I don't know how long you have to wait for the clock. But if you're just doing the clock, like, if it's over the clock time, you can always just save scum. You don't have to follow the any percent tutorial to get your eggs and the bubble wand either. Just get the eggs and the bubble wand pretty comfortably. But yeah, if you follow these strats, looking at rounds of 4, well, definitely sub 5, realistically maxing out at like 420 or 430-ish. I have an example run I'll link, and I think that was like 425, but it's not perfect. Though not perfect for me is obviously going to be different than not perfect for you. Yeah, just make your way to the clock, and apparently I've never collected this figurine. That's cool. But yeah, hope this helps somebody learn True Ending, if they want to. And it's really not that bad. I'm not gonna say it's better than any percent glitch, but you know, it's different. You're not losing time to not having a numpad, so that's nice if you're a console player. And yep,